Hello my Legion modders. Welcome to my second special video about my equipment. This second video will be about my equipment, what I'm using for my models. Here you can see my equipment, what I usually use for my models. At the first place I usually using these cutters from Revel and it's good, I must say. At the second place I have this Excel knife with a new blade, which is sharp, and be careful with using it. I like on this knife this handle from steel. When you are using a sharp knife you must have of course the spare blades, because they can easily be dull. Here you can see my new tweezers by Modelcraft, which was best for the... I like this tweezers so much because it have a sharp end, which is amazing for small details. Here you can see all my nail files with different grit, like 240, 1050, which is very soft, and this rough, which has 80 and 100 grit. Of course, Revel nail file, and another one, and this huge block. And another place we have all glues what I have, which was mostly like thin glues and one with thicker consistency. So this is the most using glue, which is Revel Contacta with a long tube, but I don't have it. Okay, here you can see the glue Plastic Magic with two brushes, and it is a thin glue, so it's good for gluing other parts. And here you can see the little brush. In the third place, the most famous glue is Mr. Cement S, again with a brush. And the last one, his big brother for boys, with the black color and with the faster drying time, again with a brush, and it is a thin glue. So, this is my paints what I usually use. This is the Vallejo for brushes. Again, Vallejo color, but for the airbrush, which was using... fuck, no, jak to poviem. And the last one is the aqua color for paintbrush, diluted with, of course, with the water. Here you can see my second best friend, which is Mr. Surfacer 1000, which is very good for base color and of course applying to other colors. The smell is horrible, I must say. And here you can see all my brushes. Yeah, I think it's not a lot of them, but at least I have some of them. So here you can see some, maybe for someone like old brushes, but I'm using it for like some stuff. Here is the little one. And this brush with white hairs, some Revel brushes, like here, and this brush from starter set from Revel, which I'm using mostly for decals. And my besties in the brushes is these two brushes from Da Vinci. And here you can see one of my thinners, which is color mixed for Revel enamel colors, and you can just dilute it with. And my large thinner, this is the Mr. Color Hobby 400, which is perfect for acrylic colors made by Mr. Hobby and Tamiya. And here you can see my last thinner, which is lacquer thinner from Tamiya, and I'm using it for cleaning my airbrush, thinning the enamel paints, and for some other stuff. Here you can see my mixing cups, which shows small portion of a milk, and I'm mixing it with just the cocktail stick, like this. Here you can see my two types of varnishes. Here you can see enamel based varnish from Humbrol, which I used for washes mostly. Here you can see the acrylic varnish made by Vallejo, which I'm using mostly for airbrush. And of course I'm using gloves for some dirty work and cotton swabs for cleaning the wash. So as I said, I'm using wash and of course Tamiya putty. I'm using wash from oil paint and I'm using a masking tape. So I use ordinary Tamiya putty for repairing or filling some gaps. Masking tape for some masks and some camo schemes, which is best. But of course you can paint by hand. And the last one is oil paint black, which I'm making the wash from it with a thinner, enamel thinner. And the last place, it's my two airbrushes. Yeah, mostly know that I have only one airbrush, and this is it. Fengda BD130 with 0.3mm nozzle. I'm very pleased with this airbrush, which is double action, and I like it so much. Here you can see the needle. And that's all for my airbrush. Here you can see the second, which was only one action, just press and color will flow out, but I don't have the right hose for it so I can use it. And here you can see again the nozzle, and I must say that's all for my airbrushes. But of course I want to buy a harder Stumbeck Infinity. Here you can see my compressor, which has of course the air regulator, and it has the radiator for cooling down, and as I said, the press switch. And this is my hose for the airbrush. Yeah. And this is connected to the airbrush, how it looks. That's all. Thank you for watching and see you next time.